Hi everyone, this reading is going to be for Leo. I'm doing a new thing now where I allow a deck to choose who I do a reading for, and Leo came out. Beneath Leo on here it says the heart, and when I was doing your pre-shuffle I just got a feeling of, in here I got a feeling of just being sick of it, tired, like this again, or well, this is nothing new, you know, no sense of joy or excitement, more of like a here we go again kind of feeling. And then at the bottom of the deck we have healing. You could be experiencing a blockage of some sort, or maybe being a little bit caught up in perhaps the pain of it all. The healing card here is asking you to be open to clearing out the blockage, and beneath this card we have the child within. Maybe you're feeling a little depressed, which would make a lot of sense, not being connected to joy and having that sense of just heaviness and tired of it all feeling in your chest, if that resonates for you, of course. I see right now you're going through a transformation. We have the death card at the bottom of the deck for the tarot. And we also have chickadee, number 4. Chickadee is saying something along the lines of you're forgetting why you're here, or you're forgetting your purpose. So due to this blockage of being perhaps a little depressed, sick of it, disconnected from your joy and gratitude, perhaps you're losing sight of the reason of why you're doing it all, why you started, why you began, why you put in the effort in the first place to plant whatever seeds you planted. I feel like you're being asked to reconnect to why it's important to you that you started. You could need a little bit of tending to. When we're being asked to tend to the child within, there's a part of you that needs to be heard, seen, felt, prioritized. So I think right now is a good time to perhaps ask, why are these feelings here? What part of me is going unseen? What part of me is going unprioritized, unheard? It could be a good time to do something for yourself, put yourself first. Alright, let's go ahead and see what else wants to come out for Leo. Anything else for Leo for this deck? Oh, I know. You big frumpy man. I don't know if you heard that. Blue is just exasperated with me. You could be closing out a cycle, which isn't easy to do. Cycles have been around for a while. Well, I mean, I think that you're being faced with the opportunity to close out a cycle. It all really just depends on how you decide to respond to the situation. Oh yeah, here we go. We have acceptance, joy and gratitude, there's a difference between acceptance and becoming complacent within something. Acceptance can be accepting a situation for what it is and knowing that it isn't right for you. Accepting that something isn't right for you. We have transformation here, Moldavite, storm card. The healing card that was initially at the bottom of this deck is also a storm element card, which signifies great change. And then these other two cards are water element, which has to do with more with emotions and cleansing. And then joy and gratitude popped up. So I'm definitely seeing some work needing to be had with the heart chakra. There may need to be a bit of forgiveness of the situation at hand, forgiveness for perhaps repeating this cycle, the role you've played in it before. Put her all in my way. And I don't know if I showed you cycles. This could also be asking you to find joy and gratitude and acceptance within a particular cycle within your life that you're in right now. Just like the moon, we have phases of being full, phases of being empty, you know, waxing, waning, coming in and going out, being full of energy and being really, really tired. Sometimes it's not always good to be on the go at all times. This is going to be a really, really high energy, masculine energy time. So there's going to be an importance to prioritize feminine energy, which is going within, finding time for rest and nurturing yourself. You know, balancing that. Yes, this is a time for action, but you also need to prioritize what is right for you as well. Not just going, action, and results. Finding time for rest and going inward, spending time with yourself is just as important as taking action. You know, a battery only has so much energy. But if you keep going, you know, keep pushing, a lot of times I notice that the milestones that come from all of the action happen after a time of rest. You know, sometimes we get into pushing. I don't know why I'm repeating everything in threes. That could be significant. I don't know. I wasn't doing that on purpose. Now it's bothering me. But we can become tired and a little bit PO'd because it's just like, well, where are the results? Sometimes you don't see the results while you're putting in action. Sometimes it comes after a period of rest. sometimes, you know. Everything comes in cycles. What else does Leo need to know? $15 at the bottom of the deck. Hawk. I'm gonna shuffle one more time. If nothing comes out, we have Chickadee back at the bottom. Chickadee. Condor, number 5. Number 5 is the card of, or a number of change. 3, 4, 5. Me saying everything in threes. Chickadee is number 4. Condor is number 5. Number 15. Let's see what Condor has to say. I am Condor, the great alchemist with wings. I am the order of the cosmos. I am that which devours. When life perishes, I will remove it. If something has ceased to be, I will give it new form. I am the shaman of death and the soul of renewal. I am your lingering clue that something must go. You need to look at life from the shadows and see how everything connects. You must accept that many things are beyond human understanding. There is change, there is transformation, there is death. It is the alchemy of time and the way of the universe. I will not give you all the answers, but will offer circumstances to heighten what you already know. If it is my lessons you seek, look around. Death is everywhere. With the red dawn of metamorphosis close behind, stop running from change and let something die its death. Stop lingering where there is no hope. Let life be renewed as it needs to. You are transforming, you are resurrection, you are acceptance, you are Condor. Well, that fits really, really well. What do you need to let go of? What has run its course? And this is, like I said, likely connected to cycles. This could be something that you've been through time and time and time again. This could have been something that you've run from before, like made an impulsive decision and jumped to something else to escape what was becoming uncomfortable in this thing, only for the next thing to become uncomfortable in a similar way. It's time to allow it to be done instead of carrying those types of circumstances with you and perpetuating them in yet another cycle, just in a different place or with another person. And the best way to do that is to be very mindful of how you respond to a situation. Allow it to have finality through seeing it through, but also taking a step toward what is meant for you. Not an escape sort of jump, like an actual step toward what you want. Something that is going to breathe fire back into you, to reconnect you with your hope, your purpose. Because right now you're currently in something that is draining you of all that. You may have to put up with it for a little bit yet. But like I said, allow it to have finality. See it through to the end. Begin making little moves toward what it is that you're trying to create. Take little steps, little actions, but have patience while you do it and do your best to be grounded and soothe your emotions. Pay attention to what this has to say. All of those feelings that come up, they are information and they are there to help you. Those very clearly came out reversed. That is the Ten of Wands. Ew, man. We have Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Nine of Wands. Being tired, broken down. Perhaps being in a spot where you'd like to give up, but there's something that you're trying to accomplish. You're not only needing to be strong for yourself. Through staying strong, allowing this thing, this cycle to have finality, will somehow allow you to inspire somebody else. Someone is looking up to you. Many people could be looking up to you, following you. We have the High Priestess, the Ace of Spheres, and the Three of Wands. The High Priestess is asking you to follow your intuition, follow those feelings, those deep feelings, the ones that we tend to keep buried because if we were to listen to them, we wouldn't be able to make an uncomfortable situation work for very long. But it's time to use those feelings to create a new beginning for yourself, to start taking the steps toward what it is that your soul is screaming for. Three of Wands here says that the path is clear to begin taking steps. Then we have the Ten of Wands, the King of Spheres, and the Two of Swords all landed reversed on Condor. So I'm going to do my best to try to interpret that. I originally wouldn't take it with so many, but they landed face up reversed for a reason. So Ten of Wands. I want to read Nine of Wands to you. The book will state it better than I did. That's not Wands. There we go. You have a duty to uphold. Others look to you as a role model. You have a purpose that you're living out. There's a reason for all of this. And you have a duty to keep moving through it. burdens and oppressions. King of Spheres. Corruption, dictating, and excess. Alright, so the Ten of Wands has to do with a bit of being weighed down with burdens, all of the heavy things that you have to carry. The King of Spheres I didn't connect so much with the reversed meaning of it, but more so how he is contemplating the sphere that's in front of him, the new beginning that is in front of him, but with it being reversed, and then having the Two of Swords here. Due to being weighed down and burdened, you could be deceiving yourself about this new beginning, or allowing these burdens to keep you blinded to this new beginning or this change that needs to occur. The Two of Swords also can signify being at a crossroads. Due to this heaviness and uncomfortability that you may be experiencing around whatever this Ace of Pentacles is for you, this new beginning, this ending, could be a difficulty in making a decision. What is going to be right? What is going to ensure that you have stability? What is going to get you what you want? But that's why we have to connect with the child within. The child within is connected to our innermost motivations, the things that are most true for us. Anything else? Queen of Cups, the Three of Swords. This uncomfortability, this being weighed down by burdens, could be quite literally, emotionally, mentally, tearing you in half. We have the Three of Swords here. Let's see how this person being ripped in two. See that really bright orb of light, like a new beginning. Energy. Let's see what Queen of Swords has to say, or Queen of Cups, sorry. I'm so sleepy. You need to act with conviction regarding a significant relationship or regarding a dream, a creative project, something that your heart's connected to. That's why there was all that about the heart being blocked. It's hard to take action when you're experiencing a blockage. But I think that the healing is coming in for you right now. But the reason that I'm giving you this reading is because this reading is meant to make you open to what it is that you need to do in order to do something about this blockage. To reconnect. Let's see what Five of Wands has to say, and then we're probably going to go ahead and conclude this. Troublemaking and aggressiveness. The Five of Wands came out reversed. Troublemaking and aggressiveness. When it comes to this end of the cycle, I don't know what it is that you may be or may not be experiencing. When we are currently in a place that we're no longer meant to be in, or we're meant to allow there to be some finality, we could be experiencing friction with people or circumstances that are around us, and due to having that sort of friction, we can become irritable, angry, a bit testy, confrontational, kind of mean, impulsive, perhaps hot-headed. But that's where that acceptance comes through. You're being asked to accept that this situation isn't for you anymore, but you have a duty to, and a responsibility to carry yourself with integrity through the finality of this situation. Which takes us back to the self-care that you're needing. Prioritizing you. Because if you are disconnected from you and ungrounded, you have the potential of allowing your aggressiveness to force you into an impulsive decision instead of taking the proper steps toward what it is that your heart is calling you to. All right, Leo, we are going to go ahead and leave this here. I thank you for being here. All of your likes and views and support mean the world to me, and it really helps my channel and helps me reach people who could use my messages. I hope that you have a good night. I'll see you in the next one.